Now on One, you can pit your wits against the teams who join Emlyn Hughes for Boxed Clever.
Well, if you were watching last week, you remember that the Pritchards, our challengers, got off to a great start with a group of 6 right in the middle of the board. But just before we carry on with this exciting game, let me remind you of the rules of Box Clever. The teams are trying to win the most number of boxes on the board. They choose one box for every question they answer correctly. They try to complete whole groups of boxes at a time. And eventually aim to build up a wall of adjacent groups across the board to imprison their opponents. The moment one team is boxed in and don't have any chance of getting enough boxes to win, there's a count-up of both teams' potential, and the one with the most boxes, they naturally win. But remember, boxes can be lost as well as won. Groups of boxes that are not completed can be finished off and captured by their opponents. So our teams may find it good tactics sometimes to stop before the end of their round. So that's Box Clever. Now, when we left it last week, the Pritchards were challenging our long-running champions, the Chiappinos, and it's their turn to go now. Dr. Sue Kingsman is the keeper of the questions. And Sue, what questions have we got left for the champions?
They can choose ANT words, all that jazz, sports people, or twosomes.
Oh, sounds good. You got 4. You know the rules. You don't need me to tell you the rules. Choose a subject, please.
Sports people, please, Emily.
Sports people.
So, in this round, I'm going to give you the name of a sports star. You simply have to tell me their sport.
30 seconds. The time starts now.
Duncan Goodhue.
Swimming.
Correct. Olga Corbett.
Gymnastics.
Correct. Roger Bannister.
Athletics.
Correct. Neil Adams.
Judo.
Correct. Ron Clark.
Golf.
No, it's running. Lance Gibbs.
Cricket.
Correct. Mary Peters.
Athletics.
What sword?
Pentathlon.
Correct. Tessa Sanderson.
Javelin.
Correct. Franz Beckenbauer.
Football.
Correct.
Well, Sarah, with your father and your granddad, have a look at the board. You need to try and get to one of the sides, possibly to block them off down this way.
Because they're going to take a 6 then, haven't they? If you go there and there, they're going to have to take a 6. So try that. Yeah, go there. Which you prefer?
There's a lot of discussions going on there, Sue, isn't
Which do
there?
you prefer? No, okay, right up front. Twosome.
Can we have twosomes, please?
Twosomes. So I'm going to give you the name of one half of a twosome, and you must name the second person.
Okay, even I understand that. So you've got 30 seconds, and the time starts now.
The Sundance Kid and...
Butch Cassidy.
Correct. Tina Turner and...
Ike.
Correct. Tonto and...
Lone Ranger.
Correct. Hammerstein and...
Rogers.
Correct. Boone and...
Go on.
Pass.
It's Mills. Sweep and...
Sour.
No, it's Sooty. Did you misheard me? Sullivan and...
Gilbert.
Correct. Trigger and...
Roy Rogers.
Correct. Ginger Rogers and...
Fred Astaire.
Correct.
Stop.
Well done, the Pritchards from Coventry. And as we can see from the board here, they've virtually got down to the bottom here, and if they can possibly block this bottom off here, that's what the game's all about. Box Clever, boxing the reds in. So our champs, 2 subjects left. Choose a subject, please.
ANT words.
So I'm going to describe a word which includes the letters A-N-T somewhere in the word. You have to tell me the word.
Okay,
Yep.
30 seconds, time starts now.
A restaurant at work.
Canteen.
Correct. Playful teasing.
Taunting.
No, it's banter. Gentle gallop.
Canter.
Correct. The study of mankind.
Anthropology.
Correct. To use bombastic language.
Cant.
No, it's rant. Father Christmas.
Santa.
Correct.
Claus. Stop.
Interesting board. Very, very interesting. Our challengers, the Pritchards, which is Sarah, John and Jack. Last of the 30-second rounds.
Well, I think we'll have a watch. That's fine.
Good.
Have you got your tactics sorted out?
Not yet, hang on.
All right. Yes, so I'm going to give you the names of some famous jazz musicians, and you have to tell me which instrument they are normally associated with.
Okay. Last of the 30-second rounds. The time starts now.
Stefan Grappelli.
Violin.
Correct. Louis Armstrong.
Trumpet.
Correct. Buddy Rich.
Drums.
Correct. Stan Kenton.
Drums.
No, it's piano. Charlie Parker.
Horn. Blowing trumpet.
No, it's the saxophone. John McLaughlin.
Violin.
No, it's the guitar. Tommy Dorsey.
Trumpet.
No, it's the trombone. Jimmy Dorsey.
Trumpet.
No, it's clarinet. Ronnie Scott.
Flute.
No, it's the saxophone. Woody Herman. No, it's the clarinet.
That familiar pattern is coming up again. Looking at the board here, the champions, the Chiapinos, who are virtually unbeatable on the show, can steal that, whiz down the bottom and possibly win the game. And the good news is it's 45-second round, 5 new subjects. Choose one, please, Mark.
World War II, please, Emlyn.
So this is questions about the people and the events of the Second World War.
Okay? You don't need me to tell you. 45 seconds. The time starts now.
In which year did food rationing start?
1940,
Correct. When did food rationing finally end?
1948,
No, 54. What was the only part of Britain occupied by
Channel
Germans? Correct. What was the nickname for the V-1 flying bomb?
Doodlebug.
Correct. What was the date of VE Day?
May the 5th, 1945.
No, it was the 8th, I'm sorry. What was William Joyce better known as?
Lord Haw.
Correct. What did Lord Haw do?
Broadcast propaganda.
This is Germany against
Correct. What were ACAC guns?
Anti-aircraft.
Correct. What does the word blitzkrieg mean?
Lightning attack.
Correct.
Stop. Box clever.
Add it up. Well, claim box clever, and again, I mean, it's amazing, Sue, when you think of the challenges that we've had on the show that have all had a chance to really get you boxed in and have just missed out. That's about 4 on the belt that have done that. Anyway, let's ask our computer if it is really box clever.
Yes, the yellow team is boxed in by the red team.
Champions yet again. Another win for you. Well done, well done. Sadly, we must say goodbye to Sarah, to John and to Jack, the Pritchards from Coventry. Thanks very much for coming along, and thank you for playing Box Clever. You know the rules better than me. We're straight into the computer game. Now, you know that the team drive the car around and they have to try and paint the boxes on the side of the road by slowing down and pressing the button on the joysticks. That's the important part. They have to slow down to press the button. If they get 10 points for every box painted. 100 points means it's money. It changes from points into pounds. But there's a towing truck just behind them trying to catch them and tow them off, which is a time penalty. They have a minute to do the round, and every competitor must have 15 seconds at least on the joystick. So it's up to yous, and the time starts now.
I'm the next one.
right, hold it right. Right. Go on, Mark, get on a bit there.
Dad, you're still not too sure of that, are you?
I haven't painted one all week.
Anyway, well done. Another £130 of record tokens and vouchers. That takes a grand total of £720. Well done. So let's meet our new team who wants to play Box Clever. Trish, team captain from South London. Trish, it says here that your mother was a member of a large family.
That's right,
Is that
19.
Right? How many?
19.
19?
Yeah.
19 children in the family?
That's right.
You bet you can't remember them names.
I can.
What, all 19?
Yep.
Never.
I can.
Go on then, quick, give us a rundown.
Right, there's Laurie, Nina, Dickie, Harry, my mum, Anna, Carmen, Manuel, who's up there, Mary, Natalie, Janie, Joey, Adolf, Johnny, Peter, Adam, no, David, Linda, then Adam.
Oh, well done. They must have lived in a football stadium of all them 19. Anyway, well done. And who have you brought with you?
This is my dad, Keith, and my uncle John.
Keith works in a sports and recreation centre. Is that right?
That's right, yes.
What teaching?
I'm one of the assistant managers at the centre.
Are you?
Yeah, but I do weight training, coaching.
Yeah.
And
Is it well attended?
oh, very, very busy.
And Uncle John? No, let me just have a look. I can't believe it, but it says you used to play for Millwall.
Youth, yeah, that's true.
The youth team?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, many years ago.
Who was in charge then?
Oh, Billy
George
Gray, I
Petchy.
think. No, Billy Gray.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. They got promotion 2 years ago, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done. Anyway, what can I say to our champions? You do so much together as a team on the show. What about elsewhere? Do you go out together elsewhere?
Well, we have been seen going down the pub together, but
Never.
How about the match?
yeah, occasionally.
Rock concerts we go to together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you go as well, Dad?
Oh, yeah.
We wheel him in.
You really do.
I take them to Bobden and they take me to Dire Straits.
Dire Straits, brilliant, aren't they?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, tremendous. Anyway, well done. So let's have a look at this week's game of Box Clever. And as every week in Box Clever, our challengers have the right to go first, or if they want, allow the champions to go first.
Right,
Trish,
go first, please.
first.
Yes.
5 new subjects up there. Choose a subject, please.
Football, please.
So I'm going to give you the nickname of a major English football club. You have to tell me which club it is.
Okay, understand that?
Yes.
You should have a chance here, shouldn't you? Being an ex-Millwall man. So you've got 30 seconds. The time starts now.
The Saints.
Southampton.
Correct. Pompey.
Portsmouth.
No, it's Portsmouth.
Portsmouth.
You said Portsmouth, correct. The Hammers.
West Ham.
Correct. The Canaries.
Norwich.
Correct. The Gunners.
Arsenal.
Correct. The Lions.
Millwall.
Correct. The Dons.
Wimbledon.
Correct. The Owls.
Sheffield Wednesday.
Correct. The Rams.
Derby.
Correct. The Magpies.
Newcastle.
Correct.
Stop.
What a great start. The Lions from... The Lions, the Millwall Lions. Ooh, that was a bit of a joke. Let me see. 6, 10 correct answers. I don't think that's been beaten in the show, actually. But you've managed to get 2 cracking sets of groups there, which is... give you a great chance in the game, believe me, a terrific chance. Let's go over to our champ, the Chiapinos from Southampton, Norwich, or wherever they want to come from.
Rivers, Emlyn.
So I'm going to give you the name of a river. You have to tell me which sea, ocean, gulf, bay, or channel it flows into.
Okay, understand? You know the rules. 30 seconds. The time starts now.
The Thames.
English Channel.
No, it's the North Sea. The Seine.
English Channel.
Correct. The Severn.
Bristol Channel.
Correct. The Nile.
Mediterranean.
Correct. The Volga.
Black Sea.
No, it's the Caspian Sea. The Ganges.
Indian Ocean.
No, it's the Bay of Bengal. The Rhone.
Mediterranean.
Correct. The Gironde.
Atlantic.
It's the Bay of Biscay. The Shannon.
Stop.
No, it's the Atlantic Ocean.
For the first time in a long time, our champions under severe pressure so early in the game. If the Lions from Millwall can possibly answer, just at the bottom there, you could be our new champs of Box Clever. Choose a subject, please, Trish.
Currency, please, Emily.
So I'm going to give you the name of a country, and you have to name the main unit of currency that's used there.
Okay?
Yeah.
Easy enough to understand. 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
Austria.
Shilling.
Correct. Spain.
Peseta.
Correct. Portugal.
Escudo.
Correct. Thailand.
Pass.
It's the baht. Poland.
Pass.
It's the zloty. Australia.
Dollar.
Correct.
Stop.
Great round. Champs under severe pressure. The Lions look to have things sewn up at the moment. But it's up to our champions, the Chiapinos.
Hobbies, please, Emlyn.
So I'm going to give you the name of a famous person, and you have to tell me their favourite hobby.
30 seconds. The time starts now.
Dennis Healy.
Photography.
Correct. Prince Andrew.
Photography.
Correct. Edward Heath.
Sailing.
Correct. Ronnie Barker.
Golf.
No, it's collecting saucy postcards. Emlyn Hughes.
Horse racing.
Correct. Noel Edmonds.
Motor racing.
No, it's flying helicopters. TV presenter Mike Smith.
Pass.
No, it's motor racing. Jane Fonda.
Stop.
Workout.
No, it's too late, you stopped. It was Keep Fit.
Well, looking at the board, down here the Reds in all sorts of trouble. Champs, the challengers, if they go for it down the bottom here, remember you must play next to your colour that you've already got, so you can't be playing where your plunger is at the moment. But you must choose the last subject.
Cat words, please.
So, I'm going to describe a word beginning with the letters C-A-T, and you have to tell me the word.
Okay, you've got your tactics worked out where you want to go. Think about it.
Okay. You're doing
They can win the game if they
it. Yeah.
find the six. Just down the bottom here. If they
You think down the bottom, do you?
Just get the 6 down there, so they would be in. But
He's pretty good on
dare
his
they risk
tactics,
it?
you know.
Cat words.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Right, we've got 30 seconds, the last of the 30-second rounds. The time starts now.
An eye complaint.
Cataract.
Correct. A disastrous end.
Catastrophic.
That's right. A rotating firework.
Catherine wheel.
Correct. Livestock.
Cattle.
Correct. Principal church of a diocese.
Cathedral.
Correct. Something which aids a chemical change without changing itself.
Catalyst.
Correct.
Stop.
Box Clever. Can't believe it. We have bloody done it.
Little Tricia shouted Box Clever, so let's ask our computer if it is Box Clever, and if it is, we have to say goodbye to our long-running champions. So we'll ask our computer, is it Box Clever?
Yes, the red team is boxed in by the yellow team.
Trish, Keith and Uncle John, fabulous, magnificent, tremendous. Got off to a great start with the football, and the CAT words really did the business for you. Champions, what can we say? I mean, Sue, what have they been like?
They've been wonderful.
They've been magnificent.
Yes.
Honestly, I'm not joking, it's been our pleasure to have you, and
Enjoyed it.
it's been great. You've been tremendous champions. Sorry, we've got to say goodbye, but thank you for being such great champions on Box Clever. And that